This is a dynamic stretching video, so just follow along. We're going to start by sitting on the floor, get your feet together sole to sole, grab your toes and lean forward. If you can put your elbows on the floor, it's very good. Trying to feel the stretch in your spine, on your back, and also in your adductors. You want to get your knees as close as possible to the floor. You can push on them like this. Always get some movement when you're doing dynamic stretching to work on elasticity of your muscles. Now you put your chest forward and get your spine completely erected. You want to use your erector spinae. Then you're going to twist on the left, put your hand on your left knee and rotate all the way. Same thing on the right side to stretch your lower back. You might crack a little bit, which is okay. Now you're going to put one leg straight and you're going to start stretching your opposite foot. You want to stretch the ankle. So you grab your toes and you do some movement with your foot. Then you're going to reach with your opposite hand your toes. If you can keep your legs straight and grab your toes, it's very good. If not, you can just grab your ankle. You see my knee is almost touching my nose when I go down. So then the same thing on the other side. First you stretch your foot. Because we're walking all the time, think about it. We walk all the time, but we don't really take care of our feet. Now I reached my foot with the opposite hand. To stretch the diagonal on the back is very important. Don't go just with the same hand of the leg. Go with the opposite. Then is the hurdler. You put one leg back like this to stretch on your quads. You want more than 90-degree angle between both thighs. And then you can do little up and down and you lean back on your elbows to put maximum tension on your quads. Same thing the other side, lean back. Dynamic stretching is really the best way to get your body ready for the workout and to work on the elasticity of the muscles, which is the highest level of muscle quality you can get. That's what high-level athletes have, and it gives them a lot of speed and a lot of explosive power. Now we go to the pretzel stretch for the glutes. So you catch your knee with your opposite elbow and you put your hand on your opposite foot. Then you can rock and roll. You need to feel it in your glutes. You see how low I go? I almost touch my foot with my knee. And then you stretch your hip flexors. You push on your knees on the side as if you're bouncing a basketball. Alright, same thing the other side. Put your foot on top of the knee and your leg sideways. You grab it with your opposite elbow and then you lean forward, back and forth. The glutes is such a big muscle in the human body that you need to put some movements on it, a lot of movement to be able to stretch it fully, all the muscle fibers of the glutes. And then you stretch your hips. This stretch helps a lot for people that have lower back problems. Okay, now you stand up. Make sure your shorts is adjusted. And then you get your legs straight, trying to touch your toes. So here, you're not only stretching your muscles, you also stretch your nerves. You're going to feel in the back of your knee, the nerves tension, which is a different tension than muscles or joints. And you see I tuck my head down, also to be able to stretch my spine from my cervical all the way down to my lumbar muscles. Now I go into one of the most important stretch for human body because it stretches so many muscles in the pelvis. You're going to lunge and then you want to push your pelvis forward. Make sure you don't lean forward with your chest. Keep your shoulders back because if you lean forward, you take off all the tension. That stretches the psoas and in this case my left upper quad and right hamstrings. The psoas are a very deep muscle. And then you put your legs straight and you lean forward like this. All right, switch side. push your hips forward. You see I do like an arc. I put my body in an arc position and push the pelvis forward. You gotta square your hips. Okay, then the legs straight, put your hands on the floor and little push-ups. All right, now you go into a sumo squat. Trying to get your hips as low as possible. You push on your knees back. You want to push your knees back. You're gonna feel in your hips. Trying to get your pelvis as low as possible. Keep your balance. Jiggle, jiggle. Okay, now you go in the split. You don't need to do a full split, of course. I can't do a full split and it would be counterproductive because I would be too loose. And if your muscles are like noodles, they don't reply and they are not dynamic anymore. So here you can do some small push-ups. That stretches the hamstring, of course, adductors, lower back a little bit. Okay, and now we go on the split, like this, the front split. So you see I put some movements again. You want to play with the elasticity of the muscles, always. That's how you'll run super fast, jump high, become a real athlete. And I keep my hands on each side of my leg, my front leg, for support and to control the depth. You can use chairs if you need instead. Okay, now you're gonna stretch your obliques and the lower back sideways. So you grab your elbow and you try to lean to the side. You want to push your hips on the opposite direction than your head goes. All right, do the same on the other side now. Okay, and then we finish with a little bit of shoulder blades. You're gonna try to cross your fingers behind your back, get your arms straight. It's very difficult, but try. And then you lean forward. If your elbows are bending a bit, it means your chest isn't opened enough. And then you can go sideways, left, right to stretch the spine. Feels really good. Bouncing and ta-da, that's over.